Get the fucking Crowder for a second. All right, we'll do Crowder right now instead of. I get gas super quick.
$11 Thanks.
You have no post game though. Your size is irrelevant. That's only because you only see me fucking play lazy. Have you seen this subreddit co-op last night? No, I haven't. All right, let's get started.
This is something I'm looking forward to. You might remember.
So, Stephen Coward, as you all already know, because we already watched it last night with like 60,000 people in here, was slated to talk to friend of the show, Ethan Klein, because he had made fun of Ethan Klein and said, you know, oh, you're so stupid. I can't believe you would say, just trust the CDC, bro. I, on the other hand, am big-brained and trust Facebook threads instead. Right? Because that's the appropriate smart person thing to do, is trust Facebook threads from your anti-vaxxer aunt, who also happens to sell Herbalife, like over, you know, scientific consensus and countless hours of thinking
for 8 months.
and studies and empirical evidence that goes into figuring out epidemiology and like the best course of action with respect to stopping the spread of a deadly virus.
After a couple weeks off, I'm glad to be back, Chad.
So that was like the original thing. Like Steven Crowder kept saying, like, that's my favorite clip. That's my favorite clip. And it was very stupid. And Ethan was like, I'm not a good debater, so I'm just gonna fucking bring a champion instead, in my stead. Let's take a look at what he had to say though, after he spent 15 minutes crying yesterday when he saw Sam Cedar come on the show.
That you know, there was a little spat with, you guys remember, with H3 Ethan Klein a while back.
Oh yes, a little bit.
And he's a YouTube creator, okay? And he made the comment, I think we've had it on our soundboard, that you should do exactly what the CDC tells you, this government agency. You don't even have to think about it.
You don't have to think about it, dude.
Right. And so, again, the point there was criticizing the idea. I think that's really bad.
Yes,
that's really bad.
So the reason why this is already like an idiotic fucking take from this idiot Steven Crowder is because, like, what Ethan Klein here is stating is completely correct. Like, if you're too fucking stupid to recognize, that, like, you know, COVID is devastating and mask wearing is good, then, like, you know, there's other people that do this for you. And luckily, you personally don't have to fucking do your own research. He released the unedited clip, clearly missing him making fun of Tourette's. Oh, his unedited clip didn't feature him making fun of Ethan's Tourette's. That's crazy.
Yeah, had to tell an audience of young, impressionable youth that they shouldn't do their own due diligence.
Right.
That they shouldn't actually try and aggregate information.
Incredible way of framing this argument, by the way. Like, oh, he's telling young, impressionable teens not to do their due diligence. Dog, your due diligence for young, impressionable teens is to not listen to the fucking scientists. So, yeah. Actually, if that's your fucking argument, then no, I literally agree with Ethan Klein's position that, like, no, you shouldn't do your own research, brother, at truthtellereaglefuck.net, where you learn about how, you know, COVID shedding is happening or as a consequence of the vaccines.
Information and come to an informed, rational decision.
Well, of course, you can, as long as you can back up what you're saying.
Right, yes, as long as you can back up what you're saying. So there were some videos kind of going back and forth, and you guys know I really don't like...
Like, the CDC doesn't do due diligence, but, like, you know, young Hank is going to be fucking doing his due diligence on Facebook. Like, all of these fucking people that have spent their entire lives, that have dedicated their entire lives to figuring out, like, you know, how viral spread happens and how to stop it, how to mitigate it. Like, you know, fuck those guys. They're not doing their due diligence. Steven Crowder, on the other hand, is doing his due diligence by dunking on college freshmen. Remember his Change My Mind video in the beginning of COVID, talking about how like COVID numbers were inflated. What happened? Why did we move on from that point of view, Steven Crowder? You got millions and millions of clicks on that shit back in the day. Literally at the apex of the pandemic, this fucking piece of shit was running around saying, you know, oh, COVID is not that big of a deal. All the numbers are fake. The doctors are lying to you about the numbers. Like as though there was a scientific community-wide conspiracy to like beef up COVID deaths so that, you know, people could stay indoors. It makes me so mad that this fucking lactating dipshit gets to act all high and mighty. Act like he's this like big, burly man who's got gun holsters on his fucking arms. And he was too afraid to like have a conversation with like a 50-year-old Jewish man from New York. Only because he did the research. He knew that he had the fucking knowledge. Okay? Oh my God, dude. Imagine being so fucking terrified of Sam Cedar. God damn, dude. No, I'm not talking about Ethan. I'm talking about Sam Cedar.
Doing the YouTube drama, the pissing contest. But and from what I understand, he released a portion of this clip yesterday, but not everything.
Oh.
Of course.
Interestingly, Ethan Klein then, and afterward, when I said on air that I would love to have a conversation with him, reached out to me to debate.
Okay.
He reached out to me directly on Twitter. But first, let me kind of set some context here, too. Because there are some ill-conceived notions. You know, Change My Mind is very different from a debate. Okay, we've done many Change My Minds, but I've also done a lot of debates, not even including what I had to do on...
Oh, no. Oh, no. He's saying, like, I'm not debating these college freshmen. I simply am trying to get them to change my mind, like the word implies. Okay, does anybody think that? Does literally anyone believe that? Like, if you are a Steven Crowder fan, that's an L. Like, you're already a fucking sexless, loser, pathetic nerd, okay? And the worst kind of nerd. Like, we here are sexless nerds for video games, right? Like, we like to play video games. We like to watch Twitch streams. Like, you are a pathetic, sexless nerd for the worst kind of political comedy. Like, just not good. Just objectively bad. It is the most pathetic way to be a weeb of anything.
Hello, Mr.
Okay?
Icon.
So that's already an L. And then also on top of that, if you are to unironically be like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't watch those compilations because it's like epic libtards owned compilations, but instead because it's fucking, you know, I just want to see if someone can change Steven Crowder's mind. Like, that's wild. That's actually fucking wild that this dude could get away with this and his audience will like unironically agree with him.
Hassle.
The only thing more unexpected would have been a Spanish Inquisition. When I was a kid, I found cicadas. I never thought, let's eat one. I hope Crowder's pregnant wife is okay after her medical emergency. Like, everyone is talking about how like Ethan backed on his word or some shit. Like, and he was able to reframe the conversation away from how he was a sniveling, pathetic coward who was hysterical and crying at the mere sight of Sam Cedar. Okay? At the mere sight of Sam Cedar. Like, even if that's the case, even if like, oh yeah, I can't believe how much fucking Crowder TikTok, lol. What is this?
Change my mind. If Steven Crowder is so opposed to communism, why did he just get publicly owned by Sam Cedar?
This is such a...
Change my mind.
At this point, it's like literally the most like basic fucking joke at this point. Everyone does this joke. Ethan did back out on his word, though. Call a spade a spade. Like, what is this? I don't understand this. Like, what word, dog? What word? Like...
Welcome to hell, welcome to hell, welcome
what
to
word?
Hell, welcome to hell, welcome to
like,
hell.
He literally openly states he's not a fucking debater. They're so... Dude, like, debate nerds are so fucking pathetic, dude. You are literally the biggest loser on the internet, dude. You are literally the biggest fucking loser on the internet. Like, furries and weebs do not want to associate with you because you're like you're so hyper rational,
34-year-old man,
but
but I
also
want
at
to
the
be
same
like you
time,
when I
like you
grow
are
up.
some of the most irrational people. Like rob everything of its context and it will make sense to you, right? Like, please just take a fucking breather, okay? Like, take a breather and think about this from the point of view of like who Steven Crowder is, who Ethan Klein is, what Steven Crowder does.
Cinema
Okay?
is girl boss.
Like, I despise debate bro culture. I do. Hassan hates his fan base. No, I actively yell at my fan base who wants to fucking engage in rowdy bouts in the intellectual marketplace of ideas like all the fucking time. I literally just quarantined and nuked half of my Discord for this very reason, because it is super fucking toxic. Debate only IRL smurfing, scared of Tim Pool, says you. I would love to debate Tim Pool, you know, as long as I'm not having to fucking fly out in the middle of the pandemic to stay in a Holiday Inn and then go and like debate him in his studio and then take back whatever the fuck kind of diseases I got in the middle of the pandemic before vaccines were out, and bring it back to my mom who's living with me. Anyway, the irony is like people keep saying you went to Texas. Yeah, now I went to Texas, you fucking idiot. Yeah, I went to Texas to see my friends. I also went to Miami with my friends. Guess what? Now I can do that when I want to for fun stuff. Okay? Because we're all vaccinated. My mom is vaccinated. I'm vaccinated. There is nearly 70% of adults in the United States of America have at least gotten their first fucking dose, which is like at least 65% effective. Okay? Yeah, so saying now, it's like saying, dude, I can't believe you wouldn't go in the middle of COVID to debate Tim Pool in his fucking podcast studio when you traveled before COVID. Yeah, I did. I did travel. I have traveled before, and I will do it again. But this is what I mean. This is exactly what I hate about debate bro culture, which is that, like, you know, the hyper rational, debate bros on the internet like to try to actively rationalize logical fallacies. And the more you can do it, the better you are as a debate bro. It's called rhetoric, okay? Like, the more I can rob shit of its context to make it seem like your position is indefensible, the better.
This movie was directed by James Parr.
It's like, dude, I literally said, let's do it over Zoom. And he said, I can't do that. And motherfuckers will still be like, dude, I can't believe you wouldn't debate Tim Pool. Like, it's so stupid.
Fox News and CNN and HLN when I worked there for years. I changed my mind. The whole goal to a change my mind, for example, is an anti-debate where people aren't just trying to score.
That's so fucking stupid. Everybody knows what he's doing. Everybody watches it for that same reason. He literally sits there and blurts out talking points at unsuspecting college freshmen. That's it. It's not a fucking anti-debate. It's just like you literally purposely setting it up in a way to fucking dunk on people with talking points that you have previously memorized. The thing I don't understand is, why didn't he do this with Sam Cedar? Like, what do I always tell you guys? Debate one conservative, you've debated all conservatives, okay? Like, every conservative, back when I used to debate, and I fucking hate it, but back when I used to do these sorts of debates, like, conservatives would come onto my show, and I would have a conversation with them. And then every conservative in the chat would be like, oh, that was a really stupid conservative. You know, wait till you get a really smart conservative. And then that guy would come in, and then that guy would look like a fucking idiot. And then everyone else would, like, continue the cycle of, like, oh, well, wait till you debate a really smart conservative now. Like,
9 months,
no, maybe after a certain point, you got to recognize, like, no, dog, like, most of these people think that they're going to be really good, and they're not actually good. And that includes, like, some of the intellectual giants of the right that I have debated in a televised setting, whether it be Ann Coulter or Larry Elder or Giancarlo. I I think that's was that his name? Like, or Gianno Caldwell, from the south side of Chicago, as he says all the time. Like, and Charlie Kirk numerous times. So like, Michael Knowles. Like, I've debated a bunch of these fucking guys. JLP.
Winning B-ball FR.
Okay, none of those people are intellectual giants, but like, who's an intellectual giant then? That's the point. No one is a fucking intellectual giant. I am not an intellectual giant. I'm a fucking idiot, dude. I'm literally a dumb himbo with like a little bit of common sense. So ultimately, they all get their talking points from the same place, and they ultimately get their talking points from the same place, and they all blurt out the same exact talking points. And it's so silly. Like, the only difference here is Steven Crowder's rhetoric was not going to change. Steven Crowder's rhetoric was not going to change with Sam Cedar versus Ethan Klein. The only thing that was going to change is that, like, Sam Cedar knows what the talking points are and knows what the clever retorts are, and would have been quicker than Ethan Klein, who could have, and he admits this, gotten duped. And the reason why a lot of conservatives are coping right now is because they wanted an easy W, which fucking Ethan Klein admits. He's like, you literally said this is a layup for you. And I wanted to make sure that this wasn't a layup. And it was actually a good fucking argument. You know what I mean? A solid back and forth. So why can't you match someone intellectually? Okay? And like, you're only looking for easy dubs. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing that he thought, like a little kid, that he was going to get like a quick fucking dub, make himself look good to his audience, make himself look good to Ethan's audience too, to be like, look at me. I am, you know, an intellectual giant. Like, I'm just going to fucking yell Heritage Foundation talking points at Ethan Klein until he like backs down. You know what I mean? A person who admittedly is like, I'm not the best debater. I'm not the most political person. I'm just like learning this stuff. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted it to be a change my mind video with Ethan Klein.
Keep the content going. I've loved my last 3 months here.
And when that didn't happen, when he no longer had that kind of control over the conversation, he fell apart, as we saw. We watched him fall apart. Like, his voice was fucking shaking, okay? He was such a fucking coward. And I thought all these conservatives love rowdy debates. I thought you all love blood sports. Why aren't you more upset that, like, Steve Crowder couldn't body Sam Cedar? Who is Sam Cedar? He only has 1 million subs. He's nothing, right? I mean, this is Steven Crowder we're talking about. He is one of the most famous conservative commentators out there. How couldn't he just fucking absolutely dumpster and destroy Sam Cedar in the marketplace of ideas? Like, if I was a fucking conservative, I'd be so mad that like my champion couldn't even go up against like this random Who Omega Lol leftist commentator. You know? That's crazy.
More like dumber.
So that's like the weirdest part to me, is that like conservatives give the game away, right? When they say, oh, he should have done a debate with Ethan Klein. It's like, oh, so you're basically admitting like you want Steven Crowder to debate someone who personally admits he's not very good at debating, okay? And he's not very good at like, you know, he's not like the most politically adept person. And you got mad because he was put up to task and had to debate someone who knows what the fuck they're talking about. That's crazy.
Core points where people aren't in a quadrant view where they each have 3 minutes.
It's almost like you say this every single change my
mind.
mind.
Well, the whole thing is, the point of the change my mind was I used to sit down, we'd have these great conversations.
Yeah, dude, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea is also democratic because, you know, they say it every day. That's so great. Good take. Like, just because you sell, that's called marketing, motherfucker. You criticize it all goddamn day. Whenever like Walmart is like, hey, we're gonna sell pride related merchandise, you lose your fucking mind over it. It's literally marketing. You're marketing your debate as a format
Thank you for radicalizing
for unsuspecting individuals
in this community
to think like you're trying to have a great conversation when all you do is literally blurt out talking points, do the conservative dialogue treat.
Right.
At the gym, or I'd have them, at a restaurant, or we'd have them in the studio. And I thought, why can't this go on air?
Yeah.
And so that's what Changed My Mind became. And that being said, it Changed My Mind. We've also had professors sit down, which very admirable, because most of them refuse to. It's basically Changed My Mind is the ones that we do on campus, because about 40-50% of them are actually not on campus. It's just anywhere in a city where we can get a permit. It's supposed to be done in classrooms.
Right.
That's the point. Yeah. But it's not taking place. So, because we've talked about it, radical one-sidedness at college. Okay. Now, on the flip side of that, I've done many debates, right, throughout my career. I think we have some thumbnails here so you guys can kind of see. You have mayors, you have actors, you have comedians, you have columnists for the New York Times, you have scientists.
Feminists.
You have feminists, you have CNN hosts. Lacey Green is in there. And then, of course, I've also even done these debates, ironically, devil's advocate, where I've argued from the point of the left against people like Ben Shapiro, against people like Jordan Peterson, Tim Poole, John Stossel. That was fun. He's a little prickly.
Yeah, he's a little prickly.
I see.
The greatest self-own, H3H3 REKTS himself.
running away.
Himself
Still a coward.
brags about it. Dude, this is mega copium,
What
dude.
you're
It's
trying to
great.
do here with your little character. Give me a break.
Just answer the question, Jim.
So I just wanted to set this so you understand kind of where we've been with this show for a while. And when Ethan Klein reached out to me to have a debate on Twitter, I think we have the screenshots here, right? Yeah, we have the screenshots where he reached out to me and said that he wanted to do a debate, just him and I.
Yeah.
I said, okay. He said, what will it be? I agreed to the terms of the debate. I said, look, we'll talk about the COVID issue because CDC, that was the initial topic of discussion. We can talk about big tech because now he supports big tech censorship. Then there were some emails. I don't know if you had the emails there. There were some emails that, again, went back and forth.
Yeah.
Where
Wait, why is he acting like he didn't fucking call out Ethan Klein first and then actually said, we should do a debate. I'll follow you and we'll set up a debate. Like, he literally fucking set all of this up. And then when Ethan was like, yeah, he publicly called him out and even made fun of his Tourette's, by the way, which is like insane. It really fucked up. Almost as fucked up as like if I forgot to run the top of the hour ad at the top of every hour where I run a 60-second ad break.
Oh, you're such a big man, Steven.
Dude, that is like I think I just murdered half of my chat. That was a 10-10. That was a 10-10. Not a single one of you. I was monitoring the chat. Not a single one of you were expecting it. Okay. I'm running an ad break at the top of the hour, boys. You already know. If you no longer want to see the ads, you can subscribe for $5. You can subscribe for free. Or you could use an ad block or a VPN.
Let's go.
Fuck, that was good, dude. Fucking, that was so sweet. Just cope. Just cope with that. You're coping harder than Steven Crowder if you think that that wasn't a fucking solid, sexy-ass, smooth-ass transition. Fuck, that was good. You might get whiplash from that. Here's the ad break now. The best ad break segues are when I forget and I get lost in the sauce in the middle of my commentary and I just, like, something flips in my head when I just remember. This is a perfect time to fucking add this. Thank you, Izzy Man, for the 10 gifted subs. The Velveteen Rabbit Eyes comment was an anti-Semitic joke about Jews not having a soul and having beady eyes. Fuck that racist fuckboy. Was it? I don't know. It was like next level. Like, he's so bad that he can't even do racist jokes, right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that, it might be a stretch. I think he was just saying that, like, Sam Cedar looks like he has, like beady eyes because he wears glasses. You know what I mean? It's like, it's wild where it's like, he's just not good. Dan Darren here from Louder Crowder. Understand you guys have been corresponding on Twitter about connecting. I would ask that you stick to the details Ethan agreed to in Twitter DM. We never play gotcha with these things and would expect the same.
We'll get on a call. It'll just be you and I. Just you and I, no tricks. Very clear about that, right?
Right.
Because every time the reason I mention these other debates is every time we've had a debate with someone, been very straightforward. I disagree with you. This is the topic we're going to cover.
Right. And one of the reasons you say it's just going to be you and I, it's like
Wait, is that his daddy?
not going to be sitting over here on my computer trying to pull up something to kind of do a gotcha moment.
Yeah.
Right.
And you've always told me that. Like, hey, if we're ever
Right.
debating somebody, you can always come in, let me introduce you and let them know. You're never going to surprise somebody.
No
Right.
blind sides.
Crowder's stream today had half his usual viewership, one of his lowest viewed streams ever. Wait, really? How many people viewed it? Like, isn't his, like, concurrent still fucking massive? That is his dad, I think, yeah. His concurrents are still crazy, I think. Like, he's still, I mean, it's YouTube.
Hi.
It's YouTube, so it doesn't really matter. Like, 100K on YouTube is like fucking 30K on Twitch. But I would say that, like, that many concurrents were watching, possibly because of the drama.
Yes, and you've debated real comedians that are great, like Christopher Titus.
Yes.
Not whatever that is.
Well, and to be clear, I would debate Noam Chomsky tomorrow. All he has to say is yes. But he doesn't owe it to me. My kind of general rule is, look, it has to be someone who's an expert in something, someone who's really worthy, or it has to be a comparable audience. Otherwise, you end up debating every Tom, Dick, and Harry. So this was supposed to happen with Ethan Klein. And what I'm about to show you is the unedited master clip of me coming in for a sound check.
Yeah.
I love when you know, you promote. I love to promote open, fostering open discussions. You know, in my debate, definitely not a debate, change my mind segments, and then turn off the fucking comments in my massive live stream because I'm afraid that they're gonna hurt my fifis
Beforehand, in the conversation that I had with Ethan. And look, I want you to understand something too. What you're about to see sort of behind the scenes is very genuine, right? I really did wish him the best with his new baby, pregnancy, and his family.
Okay, I just don't see how anyone in that looks good. Cedar and H3H3 look dishonest, and Crowder looks like he skipped out. They can come up with all the reasons they like, but they all look bad. No, because here's the thing. Here's what most people are not getting. The dishonesty is Steven Crowder trying to fucking debate someone who openly states that they're not a political commentator, and they will get dunked. They will look bad. That's the original dishonesty that conservatives, for some weird reason, are conveniently ignoring. Okay? That's the thing. Like, think about it this way. When I talked to Dream, I wasn't trying to do a gotcha on purpose. Like, it's very easy to fucking make people trip on their words and then have your gigantic audience literally fucking clip that shit and make them look worse than they actually are, or make it seem like you won the fucking argument. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you've debated even a little bit, okay? Beyond, like, Reddit debates, I'm saying. If you've debated in person, or if you debated on the internet with your voice, then you are already, like, you already have a significant advantage. So, like, if he literally debates experts, then why the fuck was he trying to debate Ethan Klein? You know what I mean? He was trying to do that because he wanted to get a dunk. And instead of getting a dunk, giving him a dunk, Ethan was like, here, if you just want to talk about the issues, I'm not capable of talking about the issues, but here's someone who is capable of talking about the issues. And it's very, very weird, very, very, very weird to me
really doesn't hold up.
That so many of these, like, supposed intellectual overlord conservative Andys over here that love Bloodsport were upset that, you know, Steven Crowder couldn't catch a dunk on fucking Ethan Klein. Why don't you get upset this? He had the opportunity to debate someone who knows what the fuck they're talking about. He should have destroyed him. And to say that Ethan challenged Steven Crowder is literally a fucking lie. You are straight up lying. You are lying. You are lying to yourself. Here, where is the clip? Please, someone show me the clip of, like, Steven Crowder literally being like,
Crowder
I'm going to debate you.
Dude.
I'm challenging you to a debate. Okay? Like, here, I got to show this to you so that, like, you understand. You understand that, like, you are getting duped by the way that Steven Crowder is trying to portray this as a victim. Like, he literally fucking posted that shit. It's in the teaser. Did he delete the teaser, by the way? Because, like, he probably got called out, right? Yeah, Steven Crowder is very against surprising people for debates. I mean, he does this as a shtick. Like, he did this with Cenk. He like literally he ambushed Cenk's like panel on South by Southwest. All this stuff. I'm not gonna click on Police Patrol Simulator right now, dog. I'm literally doing another story. Why do you keep linking this to me? I'm not going to click on it. Please stop.
6 months already? Been a cool ride. Keep doing what you're doing, fam. It makes a difference whether you believe it or not.
Is this it?
Ethan Klein. I will have my, you know what, I'll follow you on Twitter. I will have Darren, my booker, reach out where you can come on this show.
Darren's his dad, by the way, right? Just say your dad, bro. He keeps trying to hide that it's his dad. You guys will get more info about the dad.
I don't think I've ever seen a more perfect encapsulation.
Your mental body, just tell us what to do. You don't have to think about it.
Yeah, like, this is his own teaser betrays the fucking argument that he's trying to put together here, which is that, like, oh, I was ambushed. Like, dude, for a guy who literally wears gun holsters, you sound lame as fuck. You sound scared like a little baby, dude. You sound like a little bitch-made baby, okay? You sound goo-goo gaga right now. With this whole like, oh, I can't wait to debate anybody. Like, he has a literal fight like hell shirt on with fucking gun holsters that are empty on the sides, and he's like fucking crying because like some fucking libtard from New York was going to dunk on him.
I don't think I've ever seen a more perfect encapsulation of groupthink.
The CDC is like this whole governmental body. Just tell us what to do. You don't have to think about it, dude. Obviously, my point is that if you're so fucking stupid, then yeah, you should listen to the CDC, bro.
You and I can talk about it. It is appointed to a man once to be invited on the show. And if you don't, if you decline, and everyone now knows that you will, but I will never address you again. I bet this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he literally set this up like a fucking title card. You know what I mean? And then he fucking makes it seem like, Ethan Klein set it up for me. He set it up for me, and then he ambushed me. Meh. Like, Crowder fans are so fucking annoying, dude. I mean, of course, what do you expect? Like, you're literally fucking... You're all young college conservatives. Like, it's the most pathetic person to be on a college campus. Literally, like, just so bad.
And his wife. And I really did plan to come on and have this conversation in good faith with Ethan. It really wasn't an act, and you'll see how it is with any other debate, and that's what I had hoped would happen here. But I never actually thought it would happen.
You love your father, the devil.
And I know you're saying, well, it's easy to go back.
Like, if you were prepared to debate Caitlin Bennett, but then you have to surprise debate Jordan Peterson, who's a different style, would you really be annoying, right? No. That would be fucking incredible. Imagine I'm like gonna debate Caitlin Bennett and then fucking Ben Shapiro shows up. Are you kidding me? That's fucking awesome. But that's the difference, is that, like, I recognize that that's a great situation. That's an upgrade. That's an absolute fucking upgrade, dude. And I'm not even a debate bro. I'm not even good. Like, I'm not even good at debating, and that would still be awesome. And for him to cry and say that, like, this is good faith when he knew that this was a layup and personally called this a layup is hilarious.
And Monday morning quarterback that, afterward. But all along, I kind of expected Ethan to be sort of, I wanted him to be a good guy. You try and speak people and elevate them to who you want to be. But at a certain point, cowardice is cowardice. And my greatest problem, honestly, here when you're about to watch this is if Sam Cedar, who pops up, who's sort of ancillary. Really, the issue is Ethan's wife, because it's your job to try and beat the cowardice out of your husband, because you're gonna have a little boy, right? That's the thing. When you have a,
he's trying so hard. What about your wife, dude? What's your wife doing? Is she whooping that ass later tonight for fucking running away like a sniveling little fucking coward? I have no respect. I mean, I already didn't respect this piece of shit to begin with, but goddamn, dude. What a fucking pathetic coward, dude. What a fucking Weasley little coward. Just ran the fuck away. Like, it's Sam Cedar, bro. He's literally the least threatening guy. He's a leftist. Leftists are little babies, okay? We are humanitarian at heart. Like, we're not looking for confrontation. Like, we can't pull the shtick that, like, Steven Crowder pulls on a regular basis for the most part. Like, this motherfucker literally lied about, like, his wife going into labor or some shit just to be able to get away from the previous conversation that he was supposed to have with Ethan because he suspected that Sam Cedar might be on, which he then admitted in this fucking conversation. That's the best part about this entire process, that he basically admits he's, like, Sam Cedar's biggest fan.
Son, you have to make sure that they understand what integrity is. And for me, a man makes an agreement and a man is good to his word.
Yeah.
This really comes down to an agreement, good to your word. And I know you always have two sides who kind of claim their side wins, but really there's only one side that's based on a lie. And I wish it didn't happen because I really wanted to talk to him about his relationship with Susan Wojcicki and the flip and the support of big tech. Because also keep in mind, too, I had to navigate some murky waters here because the goal was to remove me from medical misinformation and any conversations about COVID. Ethan has talked about that in the past. So now, without further...
Dude, this is straight up performative masculinity for dudes that absolutely lack, like, a shred of testosterone in their fucking bodies and a shred of confidence, okay? Like, if you look at this and you go, wow, Steven Crowder really looks good here, you literally are such a fucking loser that it's working on you. Like, Steven Crowder is a paper tiger, okay? He looks big, he acts tough, but when push comes to shove and he actually has to defend his positions or anything like that, when he doesn't have a fucking easy target, he's absolutely cowering in fear, and then he turns around and tries to make it as good as possible. Like, where's all this fucking masculine traits from our resident Sigma male here? Like, insulting his fucking wife and insulting Ethan's wife and shit. Like, it's so it is so obvious what happened here. Just give us a fucking debate, dude. I don't even like, look, I can't say this enough. I think debates are bullshit. Okay, it's content. But goddamn, just give us something, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little underwhelmed with what happened on this broadcast yesterday, because, like, I was expecting at least like 3 talking points, you know what I mean? And he gave none.
Delay, in its full context, a little bit of a surprise. The debate with Ethan Klein. Yeah, because this mic hasn't been adjusted, guys.
Get shouted.
Could you imagine, like, we already saw this, so this is the full clip, okay? This is the full cut. So I guess in this cut, he's going to basically state that he knew some fucking ambush was going to happen. He suspected it.
To human height, since Dave was doing it. I can see some weird contact thing there. Okay.
You're just seeing yourself
right now. Right. All right, let me check this. Check 1, 2, 3. Good? All right. Okay, you guys are going to call him and sound check him? Yeah. I bet this guy's going to do anything he can to avoid actually debating. Yeah. I think he wants to do anything that he possibly can to avoid.
Stephen Coward LOL.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Wait, when you want me to admit him into the room, I'll just do that.
Sure. Well, I'll just say, you guys do the sound check. I don't want to sit there and talk with their producer, Dan, and stuff.
So if he filmed this after the fact, that's really pathetic. But if he filmed this before the fact, like actually legitimately filmed this before the debate, then that's still doubly pathetic. Because 1, why are you so fucking nervous, dog? Like, why are you so nervous? You literally debate for a living. You debate people all the goddamn time. You're Mr. Confrontation. You're Mr. Debate. You're Mr. Epically owned libtard style, epic bacon hacksaw. Okay? Why are you so fucking fidgety and so scared? because you think that like another person might show up in this debate. So that's one. And I know this because like I don't like debates and I get fucking nervous before I do a debate. Okay, I do. This is something I will absolutely admit. I'm not an epically owned conservative style commentator, right? So I see a lot of myself in what is going on in Steven Crowder's mind right now. I'm gonna be brutally honest here about myself. So what the irony here is that this makes him look fucking worse. Because that means like he would have been ready for it. Like he would have been fucking ready. He was ready for an ambush. Why the fuck didn't he have the talking points then? You see what I'm saying? Like, so you knew that an ambush was coming. Why didn't you just fucking steamroll why didn't you just steamroll Sam Cedar? Don't you have the talking points like ready to go? You have a fight like hell shirt, dog. I want to fucking debate.
But I don't think this guy wants to do this. I wouldn't be surprised if he's probably going to bring someone else on. Was his producer like a fan of that Cedar character? Yeah, that'd be my bet. But hey, hopefully he mans up. Okay, you can do your sound check.
Alrighty, here we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit right here while you guys. Okay.
All right. Hey guys, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? You hear us well, or?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Perfect.
You and you?
Yeah, you guys sound good.
Okay, great. Who am I speaking with?
This is producer Tim.
Tim?
Yes.
Hi, Tim. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Are you one of the guys that dresses up in the crowd, or are you not on screen?
I'm running the audio board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you, okay. So you're not the Peter Pan guy or anything like that.
Peter Pan? No. No. Hold on one second. We'll get Steven in here momentarily.
Okay. Thank you.
I assume he's just like making sure that fucking Sam Cedar is live at this point. If this is like actually.
Oh.
Thank you, David. Did Dave leave food crumbs on this?
Here you
thing?
go.
Like
I'm gonna put my gun back here. It's not a real gun.
Hi, Steven.
Hey, Ethan. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I just want to say on a serious note that I'm glad your wife is okay. I heard you had a little bit of a issue with your wife.
Well, she's pregnant with twins, so
yeah,
it's like well, by the way, congratulations too. I know you guys are in the same process. It's a whole thing. Yeah. They switch
Can you
and
turn
they breach.
down a little bit?
Oh, sorry, am I too loud for you?
No, I just told Dan, our producer, to turn the volume down a little bit. You're good.
I'm gonna take out my gum.
Yeah,
they switch and they breach, and so
they're rolling around.
Yeah. I mean, at first they said C-section, and then they said, we might be able to do a natural birth, but they often do C-section. And then they said, oh yeah, and then they said, no, wait, now the other one's breached, and the boy is just a dick. He just will not stop kicking the other one. It's like I always say it's like a junior suite apartment. He keeps kicking the girl, and so then the girl wakes up. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how far in is she?
She's due late July, early August.
Oh, wow. That's coming right up.
Yeah, and I've got a big surgery July 1st, so I'm trying to get everything done in a hurry.
Is that your first?
It is.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, we talked about it on the show quite a bit. My wife had a basic operation for I won't talk about it. She probably won't. But basically, then she woke up with something called GBS. So we it wasn't really fertility issues. It was a physical issue. And GBS actually paralyzes you from the waist down.
This is called over-explaining. A technique that you see.
This is what Pride Month is for.
I don't want to do a JCS style criminal psych on this, dude. Okay. What you're seeing here is over-explaining the complicated process of a surgery or a surgical procedure. This might be simply because he's nervous or because he knows that he has to make up for potentially lying.
So
that's what she was experiencing?
Yeah, when she came out, just because they put her under anesthesia. And so it's interesting, like, you know, I'm like a pro-vaxxer, generally speaking, but she can't even get a flu shot. It's one of the few conditions because of the GBS. It's like a neurological condition.
Wait, he's a pro-vaxxer? Wait, what the fuck?
Hell yeah.
Dude, why are these people like this, dude? Don't fucking cap them. No, that's the worst part about it is that, like, this motherfucker literally is pro-vax, but then turns around and is just, like, constantly talking about, like, you know, these vaccinations. I don't know. Why can't you? I guess he said generally. Dude, that shit is so bad, dude. I mean, if you're in his audience, you gotta be fucking so bent.
Where she has to be careful with any vaccine. So it's just been a weird navigation. But this is your second, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be our second. So we've been through it.
Yeah.
But and it's just one. It was supposed to be 3, but the one child cannibalized everyone, and he has gained their energies to become the ultimate human being.
I feel like that's what happens with the that's what happened with the Olsen twins. I'm convinced that one of them is evil, and
one of them ate the third one.
Yeah, something happened there. Well, it seems like whenever you see them in pictures, there's one who's more disturbing. But
maybe you're right.
But all right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on and doing this, and you know, doing this. A lot of people don't, so just talking, you know, avoiding kind of the social media pissing contest trauma. So yeah, are you ready to go?
So I just want to make one clarification. So in terms of, so we're both going to record it, and then we can use it wherever we want, on your show, on my show, whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
the idea? Okay.
Yeah, and we can send you the file if we want, because we have the master file, everything. So
I think
the only thing that Ethan could have done better here, which by the way, I have no issues with what Ethan did. I think it was fucking off. It was awesome. It was wonderful.
Constipated.
Okay. But the one thing he could have, I guess, done here is just been like, before he releases the Kraken that is Sam Cedar, he could have just been like, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I personally am not the best debater, but like, these are just the talking points, right? Instead of doing the Spartan joke, he could have just been like, so I brought someone who knows better than I do. Like,
good, right, Dan? We're recording it on our end.
Okay. Yeah, we've never used Zoom either. Did you ever get
vid
sold
just dropped on your YouTube? Hell yeah, Warger. Damn.
That Skype TX box. Remember when that came out?
Oh no, I've always had such a pain with Skype that Zoom has always been really good. So
well, the Skype TX box is like from New Tech, I think, and they sold us on that. They said this is what Jimmy Kimmel uses and all these people. And
Skype.
Well,
Really?
Skype TX. It's like a box. That's like, it's almost like, remember the Comrex boxes? No, it sucks. So what we've had to do is we just have Mac Minis set up, and Skype has played well with those, but not the exclusively designed Skype TX box that we paid whatever premium for.
Yeah,
so.
Skype. I don't trust Skype. Skype has always sucked.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll just.
okay. So we're gonna record it, and then the topics are just like we said about authority with the vaccine, and there was something else you mentioned. I don't know how on.
Well, I just thought, yeah. However you want to do it, I thought that since that was kind of the subject that got us into a tiff, that we could talk about sort of the CDC, sort of medical authority.
Also, the other part, by the way, the other part of this process that like many people are refusing to acknowledge is that like he was never going to. If Ethan was like, "Hey, I'm going to bring up Sam Cedar in my place," there is no fucking shot, like absolutely 0% chance that Steven Crowder would have been down to do that. You know what I mean? So that's part of the reason why he had to fucking, finesse in the way that he did. And we know that he had to fucking finesse because, like, he basically admitted to monitoring Sam Cedar's activity in this conversation. Monitoring his activity to ensure that he wasn't even, like, around to come up on the show.
Authorities, and you can tell me where you disagree with me, and then also kind of big tech, because that ties in, with the CDC and World Health Organization. And I'll just
kind of weird how calm Crowder sounds here with respect to the earlier video where he was like finicky and shaky, the pre-recorded video. I mean, he's like very calm, no longer nervous. We're at 29:50, right? But 6 minutes prior?
What an effing liar, dude.
Hold on, let me adjust this because I have to set it to human height since Dave was doing it. I can see some weird contact thing there. Okay.
You're just seeing yourself
right now. Right. All right, let me check this. Check 1, 2, 3. Good? All right. Okay, you guys are going to call him and sound check him? Yeah. I bet this guy's going to do anything he can to avoid actually debating. Yeah.
Look at his hands.
I think he wants to do anything that he possibly can to avoid.
Yeah, let me know when you want
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Wait, when you want me to admit him into the room, I'll just do that.
Sure. Well, I'll just say you guys do the sound check. And I don't want to sit there and talk with their producer Dan and stuff. But
Happy 2 months.
I don't think this guy wants to do this. I wouldn't be surprised if he's probably going to bring someone.
And
Not that it matters, by the way. Like, it literally doesn't fucking matter, considering that, like, if he knew that, you know, there was going to be an ambush, like, he could have absolutely destroyed him.
and then the topics are just like we said about authority with the vaccine, and there was something else you mentioned. I don't know how on
Well,
topic
I just
you wanna
thought,
keep it.
yeah, however you want to do it. I thought that since that was kind of the subject that got us into a tiff, that we could talk about sort of the CDC, sort of, you know, medical authorities, and you can tell me where you disagree with me, and then also kind of big tech, because that ties in, you know, with the CDC and World Health Organization. And I'll just sort of I'll introduce it to my, you know, I have a little bit of a different audience, so let them know kind of who you are, what's going on, and if you want to do the same, that's fine. But
yeah, of course, we'll let them know.
All right.
Okay.
I will go. And
So, all right.
I'll give you a countdown, and then I'll 3, 2. All right. Okay. I'm really glad to have my next guest on the show, and I've always said this. I always respect people who enter into the arena. And you know, we've had a lot of debates on this show, which is different from like a Change My Mind, where we sit down and have conversations. But my old Brazilian jiu-jitsu coach always said, if you come a switch, we go switch. You go.
Okay, he is nervous here.
Spicy. We're gonna do a little spicy. So we always try and keep it as respectful as possible. And I really do appreciate the guy making the time, because a lot of people has a huge YouTube channel, several YouTube channels, one of the OGs. A lot of people watch him. You know him. Some of you like him. Some of you don't. Same can be said for me. Ethan Klein from H3H3. Ethan, thanks, man, for making the time.
You're very welcome. And I just want to say, I know you called me. You said that I would be a layup.
I think I used something like that. Yeah.
And I think you're right, because I don't think I'm a very good debater. I think you know that. So I didn't want to make it too easy for you.
Oh, okay.
So I've prepared.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So what we were going to talk about is, you know, the
he
initial
says, Dan, get him ready.
quote that happened. I think he's looking off there.
Oh my God, dude. Dude, this is so good. Watching him go through the motions of like recognizing that like something is coming. Something is not what it seems. He's pretty fucking awesome. It is pretty awesome. I'm sorry. It's great. He's squirming, dude. He's such a little worm.
The initial quote that kind of was turned into a little bit of a meme, which wasn't intentional.
Like, what he's doing here is like, you know what this is like? This is like when I get a text that is like really fucked up on stream, or when I get a message that's like really fucked up about something that's going on in the real world or some shit like that, and I don't want to let the stream know that that's happening, but I got to work on the side with like my moderators on some issue, something like that. But I'm just trying to still fucking give you, like the continuation. Like, oh no, the stream is still going on. Haha. Like, yeah, everything is fine. But then I have a really hard time like crafting statements. And that's what he's doing here, where he's like, yeah, like, okay.
For you.
Oh, okay.
So I've prepared.
Okay.
Yes.
Like literally the like yesterday when people were fucking, I don't want to even mention it. Actually, they're going to do it again. Like when Discord shit happens, for example, in the background, and I got to go deal with that while I'm still streaming.
All right. So what we were going to talk about is, you know, the initial quote that happened. I think he's looking off there. The initial quote that kind of was turned into a little bit of a meme, which wasn't intentional, and was you saying you don't even have to think about it regarding the CDC. And I disagree with that. I think people should think about it. I believe. And we talked about this through Playful Ribbing, in an aggregation of medical authorities and scientific voices to make an informed and rational decision. So where do you think that I'm wrong on that?
Stephen, do you know that the Spartans are like practice man love with children.
Oh, geez. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. What did I tell you? He was going to do anything he could to avoid. Oh, there he is. Oh no, Sam Cedar. What a fucking nightmare.
How could any fucking conservative Steven Crowder fan watch this, see him gasp, shudder, and then literally break his voice as he says, "Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare," and then still be like, alpha posture, bro. That's alpha posture. It's actually really extremely alpha to be terrified of fucking just a regular tiny left-wing commentator. I mean, that's what alpha posture is. What alpha brain is literally when you get scared to debate someone who is like tiny and insignificant, inconsequential. Yeah, takes a real man to admit being afraid, brother. Frame shattered, dude.
Steven, I had no idea this was going to happen. I thought Ethan was a stand-up guy. This is where we are. Yeah, well, Dave, remember I told you? I said this is, I guarantee you he's going to do anything he can to avoid the debate.
Oh, I just think he believes that he should debate you.
No, he doesn't. He just takes advantage of women with, mental health issues. Ethan Klein doesn't stand up and do his own fighting.
I got to say,
it's just hilarious. Let's bring on FM.
Dude, he could have just
been absolutely insane.
Why didn't you just go, all right, let's do it. Let me fucking destroy you once and for all. Wait, what did he edit here? Why are you guys saying he edited it? Oh, they changed the framing. Oh yeah, he posted himself. Yeah, we get to see what Crowder looked like when he was cowering. I don't have a problem with that. I love that. This is the fucking Zack Snyder cut, dude. This is literally the director's edition. We get to see him like fucking literally cower in the corner here. I love that.
You would do anything to avoid talking to me. I think the point.
Does that include Joe Rogan?
Yeah, Joe Rogan and Dave Rubin and Jordan Peterson and Noam Chomsky and Sam Harris. Everyone's been avoiding.
And not just attempting to get your audience by jumping in.
Well, I debated with Charlie Kirk. Steven.
Dude, he is so confident, dude. He's not crying on the inside. Oh, this is way worse. Oh my God, this is so much better that he did this. Why did he do this? Why did he fucking show this part?
Let's go.
Why, like, don't conservatives believe in like gender roles, like traditional gender roles, like, and gender norms? Why is he being such a woman right now? Isn't that like some fucking dumb shit that conservatives believe in? Which is that, like, you're supposed to maintain your posture in tough circumstances. Which, by the way, I don't believe in that. I'm just letting you guys know. I think that's fucking bullshit. And ascribing these sorts of like values to masculinity is idiotic. But it is certainly something that these fucking idiots believe in and also consistently fucking advocate for. So I don't really get why. I don't really get why he thought that this would look good for him. That's the most masculine thing you can do is act manic when your confidence is challenged. Yeah. That's kind of weird. Not to be JCS right now, but I love how over the top and animated he gets to distract from the issue. Hassan, you have super shitty takes. You fucktard, says Big Papa Khan. Thanks, brother.
I mean, it's about issues.
It's about issues, yeah.
Those issues.
As you can notice here from the kinetic pat down, that Steven Crowder is attempting to comfort himself. This is something that people do when they're uncomfortable. Touching himself, clasping his hands, white knuckling over and over again, trying to recenter his frame by yelling and opening his hands. This is a interview technique that improved interviewers' confidence by 25% when they engage in looking larger and occupying a larger space right before an interview.
That's what you're doing here.
Some valid points.
You're so clever. I had no idea that you were taking your show off early last time, coming in today with your...
Dude, this is the best part. He literally admits it. So this is the main part of the fucking admission. That's a self-report. He got so excited to dunk on Sam Cedar that he admitted that he was literally monitoring his fucking feed.
Audience by jumping in.
Well, I debated with Charlie Kirk. Stephen, I mean, it's about issues.
It's about issues, yeah.
About those issues.
That's what you're doing
you
here.
have some valid points.
You're so clever. I had no idea that you were taking your show off early last time, coming in today with your pig pen peanuts eyes.
I wish every.
Wait, so that don't people recognize that that's like lame as fuck? Like that's so pathetic that he literally personally admitted that he was monitoring Sam Cedar's activity and it was actually the truth. Like what Ethan and Sam suspected was that Steven Crowder's team was monitoring Sam Cedar to ensure that he was not on this debate. And that's why they fucking literally changed the time and rescheduled it and actually waited until Sam was fucking live.
Growing hot, growing hot, growing hot.
And in order to put Sam on, Sam actually had to pre-record his intro to comfort this fucking buffoon into thinking that Sam was live and he could not go on this debate, on this broadcast. Imagine losing a debate to a boomer who tweets screenshots like this. Yeah, I know. It's like, god damn, dude. I mean, look at this guy. He's like literally running on like Windows Vista edition still. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a gigantic conversation during the pre-show about how his wife is in this situation, blah, blah, blah. Turns out it's all a fucking lie. Like he literally... That's a Mac. Okay, guys, let me make a joke, okay? Can I just make a joke? Am I allowed to do jokes or no? That's a Mac. That's a Mac. I understand. Okay, it's a Mac. Okay, good. Yeah. Actually, the real alpha brain conservative macho man Randy Savage move to do is lie about your pregnant wife having a medical emergency in an effort to duck a debate from this much smaller and insignificant content creator who you monitor like you're his biggest fucking fan.
Keep going, brother.
That's the real alpha thing to do, boys. That's, for those of you who don't know, take notes. Okay, take notes. This is alpha masculine behavior. Okay, step 1, be the biggest Majority Report fan. Step 2, lie about your pregnant wife's medical condition. Step 3, freak the fuck out when you actually get duped and see the man you have been avoiding like the plague in front of you. Yeah, Crowder never does surprise debates, by the way. Remember, Crowder is not a fan of surprise debates. He hates surprise debates. Like, he's literally the fucking least... He hates surprise debates, dude. He hates them.
You take those off for the velveteen buttons?
They're just
you must have
black
been
eyes.
very worried
Aren't they?
about
Like,
this, Stephen. I don't know
no
why.
one's worried
No,
about
come on,
it. It's
Sam.
why I didn't want to do it.
Well, let's
Sam,
have the
come
debate
on.
then.
Just I'll tell you what. I have a
Let's do
general.
this.
I have a general rule.
This is a great
I don't start a
opportunity
debate based
to-
with people on a lie. And how
Or
about you get
sabotaging?
How about you get to a
Stephen,
30th
show
of the
yourself,
audience
you
share?
coward. Stephen, show
A
yourself.
30th of the
Don't show your
audience.
co-host.
Ethan, you should show yourself.
Ethan, how can you respect yourself as a
You
man,
believe
brother?
in something so
Stephen,
strongly that
Stephen,
you're not
such
willing
a
to
coward.
debate.
Stop showing your little leprechaun co-host.
Right. Hey,
That was the best one. When Ethan says, stop showing your leprechaun co-host. I hate that even though I know he's an awful guy and stuff, seeing him uncomfortable makes me uncomfortable as well, you know, really? I do not share the same level of empathy that you do. Actually, seeing him uncomfortable makes me very happy. Maybe I'm a bad person.
Please help me.
Probably.
Share.
But it makes me so happy that, like, it's not like Sam Cedar is doing something horrible here. You know what I mean? It's not like Sam is even doing anything that Steven Crowder hasn't done a million times over to other people that were unsuspecting and also were not even well equipped to come to a debate. Sam is coming into a debate with a person who knows a debate is about to happen. Okay? I just want to remind you guys that, like, this is supposed to be a debate. Steven Crowder has prepared for a debate. Do you get it? Steven Crowder routinely ambushes people that are not prepared for a debate with a fucking camera and starts debating them. Whereas Steven Crowder here has been afforded an opportunity to absolutely destroy Sam Seder, who, in his mind, should be a tiny creator who has nothing. Like, he has no talking points. He has nothing. Like, why didn't he just fucking destroy him? Like, there is no reason, there is no way that you could justify what fucking Steven Crowder did here as like a fucking sexy masculine move. Okay,
boy has left.
Like, you just can't do it. You can't, because even his like retaliation with the longer Zack Schneider cut shows that he was like prepared for a debate, knew that, you know, Sam Seder might be coming on, was clearly self-reported and clearly admitted that he was watching last week to see if Sam Seder was going to come on, and like change the fucking change the time of the debate to a time when, like, you know, he knew that maybe Sam Seder wouldn't be on, and he still fucking ran away. And that sucks, especially because, like, I just wanted to see like Sam Seder go off on Steven Coward. I wanted to see Steven Coward destroy Sam Seder if that was the case. You know what I mean? The irony, of course, is that, like, he's literally in a studio with like 3 fucking people, by the way, with the peanut gallery, with the leprechaun, as Ethan correctly points out. So he can have his fucking, he can have his homies there backing him up and like laughing at everything he says. But like, what? Ethan can't have Sam Seder on? Like, what's up? There is literally absolutely zero defense for this. Like, there is no defense for this. No matter how much of a fucking debate lord or Steven Crowder fan you are, there is no defense for this situation. Like, he gets to have all of his lackeys, but Ethan can't have fucking Sam Seder as a lackey? What's up? He's ready for a debate, knows that Sam Seder might even show up, but like can't even fucking have a conversation with him. What's up? This is before we recognize that, like, Steven Crowder literally fucking ambush debates people who are significantly less prepared to even be on camera. Like, to make it seem like you are honoring the 1v1 conversation here is so stupid. That's not Steven Crowder on fucking camera. That's his lackey. So it never was a 1v1 anyway. Here's what really happened. And I don't need to speculate on this because Steven Crowder openly admits this in the conversation, as we saw. He did not want to go up against Sam Seder. He wanted to go up against Ethan because he admittedly saw this as a layup. He can fucking dunk on a YouTube content creator with a big audience and make himself look fucking cool to his idiotic, sexless nerd audience, okay? Who get off on like the blood sports of Steven Crowder dunking on people, or functionally dunking on people by just like blurting out talking points on an unsuspecting person that has like never even been on fucking camera, right? Like, that's what he does. That's his bread and butter. He wanted to do this to Ethan, who is like a YouTuber, but not a debater at all. Okay. And all of a sudden, when Sam Seder shows up instead, everything falls apart.
Ethan, come on, Ethan. Why do you have to bring on a guy who has a 30th of the viewership of yourself?
Saddest thing I've ever heard. So you have a guy with less viewers.
Okay, but this guy doesn't even have a YouTube channel. Why do you have a guy who literally is like the least relevant person on the fucking planet? Like, this guy's claim to fame is being your B team. He's on the fucking stream. Why can't Ethan bring on a content creator by size, by the way, as though that's like the diss here? Like, this motherfucker has a negative sub count, dude. Why do you have him on here? Like, this is, of course, if we are to say, you know, that is a legitimate reason for Steven Crowder. Like, all the motherfuckers he debates on college campuses, they have no YouTube subscribers. Since when is Steven Crowder saying, like, oh, how many YouTube subs do you have to appear in a fucking Change My Mind video?
To come on to debate him because you can't.
Well,
why don't you get...
Apparently he had to think about it, bro.
If I'm a
yeah, he had to
layup and
think
not a
about it.
Yeah, and also, like, speaking of subscriber counts, like, he has people all the time. I mean, these aren't debates, technically. These are white supremacists like, you know, Stefan Molyneux, like literally a white supremacist, or Roaming Millennial, and all these other people. Like, he does not give a shit about how many subs they have. He's never given a shit.
debater.
Okay, I gotta pee. I'll
You're
be
the
back.
one you're the one who got personal.
You're the one that got angry about it.
Look,
the debate.
hold on a second. All right, hold on a second. Let me hear what Pigpen has to say here really quick.
Fair enough.
But Ethan, look, I don't. Hold on a second, Ethan. This is because initially I came on here to talk with Ethan. Ethan, come on, man. Look, the same reason that I haven't ever had a conversation with Sam Cedars, the same reason that Joe Rogan, Sam Harris, Brett Weinstein, Dave Rubin, Ben Shapiro don't owe him anything. It's based on a lie, Ethan. Just like you claiming my booker reached out to you, Ethan, when you know that's not true.
What's the lie?
There's no one ducking you, Sam.
Why
I've
are you
never.
so afraid?
Sam. I can call out Mike Tyson. It doesn't mean that I'm ducking him.
You are so worried about
Why do you feel that? Why do you feel that anyone,
don't.
Sam? Why do you feel that anyone owes you airtime when you have a 40th of the audience and you've been doing the show for 10 times as long?
Airtime. I think that Ethan has just given it to me.
Right.
I didn't ask him for it.
Right. No, you've been begging for it for a long time with everyone bigger than yourself.
Yeah, he found
He can't build an audience, and so what happens is he uploads 15 times more, has less than a 50th of the audience.
Well, that's why he wants to debate you, is so he can build his audience.
Sam, come on.
Your audience cares that I only have 1 million subscribers and you have what, 6 or 7 million subscribers?
Let me answer. Can I answer your question? Can I answer your question? Can I answer your question? Do you want me to answer your question? My audience would say Sam who? Just like Joe Rogan's audience and Ben Shapiro's and Dave Rubin.
Oh, I'm so popular. I hung out with Joe Rogan. This is like how Hassan won't debate Connery's pants. This is true. I cower in the fear. My audience would say Sam who? No, they wouldn't. They literally would not say that. Just like they never say that when you have a number of different people on your show, including content creators that are significantly smaller than Sam Cedar. Like, that's wild. Oh, fucking Reddit is here. You had Zach Fordon to debate LGBTQ+. 17.7K followers on Twitter. YouTube sub count at the time, 352,000. Michael Ian Black, 1.8 million followers on Twitter. Sub time of the debate, 674,000.
My himbo.
We're gonna talk about Tim Pool making this about himself as well in a second. Hold on. Jess Herbs, trans rights, 355 followers on Twitter, 700,000 YouTube subs at the time. Naomi Wolf. What the fuck? Is that the Dr. Naomi Wolf? Debate on feminism with prominent anti-vaxxer figure Naomi Wolf. Ladderwood Crowder sub time at the time, 972,000. These are the conversations classified as debates, by the way. So this notion that Steven Crowder does not debate people with like tiny audiences or whatever is ridiculous, and it's not fucking true. And it's just he didn't want to be humiliated. So the way that he tried to go about it, was literally by the way that he tried to, sorry, I was reading the Mike Cernovich thing. It's like hog on hog violence here. I think what's going on is conservatives are recognizing that Steven Crowder looks like a fucking idiot. Okay? and they see blood in the water and they're pouncing to take a piece. That's what's going on here. Feel me? That's what's going on. We'll see what happens. Either conservatives are going to like stand firmly behind Steven Crowder, or they're going to realize like, oh yeah, he's this is our opportunity to strike and like maybe eat a piece of his audience, like latch onto a piece of his audience.
Now they all know who you are because you had to shoehorn yourself into another coward show.
College students every day that you do.
Why are we?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. This is another lie. This is.
Oh my God! They lowered his voice. Oh, dude, that is so lame. They don't want him to. They don't want his audience to hear what he has to say, dude. That's so whack, dude. Oh my God, he's such a pussy, dude. Yeah, just mute him, bro. Just fucking mute him, and then like, you know, go on your end. Just they edited out Ethan. They fucking. That's so whack, dude. Big tech censorship, brother. Louder with Crowder means muting your fucking guests.
Another lie. Let me clarify, Sam. Let me clarify, Sam. The Change My Mind, everyone knows on the show, right? Yes. We've had professors on the.
How did you know I ended my show early last week, Stephen? If you're
because you're an idiot and half of your staff doesn't like you.
Because you're an idiot and half of your staff doesn't like you. Oh, that's why?
I'm a diehard fan.
Yes, it's because he's a diehard fan.
Well,
I had heard of you, but I just met you. Congratulations, Sam Cedar's fan.
And Stephen have a conversation.
I like.
Well, right now, every time I try and talk.
So this guy's job is to just like dive on grenades. Is that what it is? It's like, I'm the fan. I'm the loser. Come on. Don't get mad at the main loser. Get mad at me. I'm the real loser. Come on. I have a crippling alcoholism addiction here. I need to fund it by being Steven Crowder's second in command, please. Please. I'm the wingman. Yell at me instead. Good job, dude.
Yeah, right now,
God, what a fucking pathetic existence, dude. God damn, what a sad fucking job to have. Just like, fucking Christ, dude. Even the hogs want it. Okay, we'll do it.
I'm trying to talk with you. You're interrupting, Sam.
You bombarded the show.
You bombarded my show under a false pretense. You claim that everyone, just like you claim that I ducked a debate with you under a false pretense. Have I ever?
That is what the Politicon people told me.
Is that what they told you? So you're just lazy with your research?
Oh, I'm not owned, by the way. I'm not owned, by the way. Come on, Fluffer, get involved. He's talking to me directly. I am Steven Crowder. Get involved, leprechaun fluffer of mine. Get in there. He's talking to me directly. I'm terrified. I don't like it.
And if big tech is...
You continue with the lie. You need to research and say, did Steven ever accept... Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you. Hey, whoa. Sam, sweetheart. Sam, fake stand-up comic who we can't find any footage about online. Let me finish.
I'm not a stand-up comic.
Oh, you're not? Okay, that makes sense because...
Okay, this was the best thing that he said. This was actually unintentionally one of the funniest things that Steven Crowder has ever said. Why? Because Steven Crowder originally came to prominence as a right-wing comedian. He would routinely go on the Greg Gutfeld. Was it the Greg Gutfeld show? Like that fucking show that Nick Mullen's been on alongside like what's her face? Amy, whatever the fuck. Like he literally would be on Red Eye. Red Eye's the show. With Amy Schumer, and he has like never been funny. Obviously, you guys already know this. Crowder looks like an ensemble character in a mid-2000s Adam Sandler comedy. You're giving him too much credit. So he's never been funny. We all know that, okay? But like, if we are to match the comedy chops, or rather like the comedy experience that these two people have, like Sam Cedar is still very much a working voiceover, a voice actor on the Bob's Burger Show. He writes, I believe, as well, if I'm not mistaken. Like, he literally still, like, he has been on Sex and the City and a bunch of other, like, comedic roles that he's played. Like, he literally is still a working comedy actor. Whereas the only thing that Steven Crowder has ever been able to do in the realm of comedy is just get on conservative shows as a Christian comedian. And that's it. And So I don't really understand why he would like attack him on this line, especially because here's one of his sidekicks' old stand-up bits. Oh my God, is that his sidekick?
And when I was a kid, I was at this house party. My friend Nick goes, "Hey Dave, you should bong a fifth." And I was like, "You're right." So my friend Anthony held out a beer.
I can't watch this. This is so bad. His hair is so whack, dude. It's like distractingly bad.
Because everything that I've seen is incredibly unfunny and unentertaining, which may explain the audience numbers.
Irony alert,
Comedian.
Of my stuff, Steven,
Sam,
think that
can I
your
answer your
audience
question?
wouldn't appreciate
Sam,
our discussing things.
Samuel, can I answer your question?
Yes.
So you have gone on, you've done the same thing with other comments. Everyone has a bigger audience than you. Because you said, I want to speak with Steven Crowder. You believe that at some point there was some acceptance? When have I ever done a Politicon? Ever? When have I as a matter of fact, in the last decade, I haven't done a single political conference. I hosted CPAC for 4 years and stopped because they suck. They don't pay and they're full of losers. And you've been clamoring for it, and it's a lie.
Gavin told me that you dropped out of doing his show because
this is just hearsay and gossip.
How can he say
I've never met more of a woman.
He's here. You're gossiping like a woman. I, on the other hand, am manly. And that's why I'm cowering in fear. Because I do not want to debate you, which is what I do, but not with you. Because you're tiny, even though I'm your biggest fan, and follow your every step. And also Google you and admitted to Googling you and couldn't find any stand-up bits. And that's why I'm very disappointed. But you, my friend, you are the gossiper here. Like a woman. That's what he says, by the way. I love the woman as an insult here, which is hilarious. But not as hilarious as the top of the hour ad break that's coming right now. Now, of course, if you'd like to no longer see the ads, you can subscribe. It's something you can do for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. You can subscribe and no longer see the fucking ad breaks. And you can also use a VPN or an ad block as well. But the ad break is coming now, ladies and gentlemen. Twitch Prime is how you can subscribe for free. Here it is. But all Steven Crowder's fans who might have liked Politicon really appreciate him calling them losers. Yeah, I don't think they give a shit. I'll never sub to you. You're already rich as fuck. Okay. Please don't. Oh, God, I gotta sneeze. Oh, God.
XQC stand.
Here when he wants to keep
Well,
debating.
I don't know.
It's bizarre. All right, okay.
Let's talk about the
So,
issue,
Ethan,
the
do you want to have a
CDC.
conversation, Ethan?
About the
talk about
vaccine
big
because
tech.
Ethan, do you want to have a
Absolutely,
conversation?
I
You're going to
do.
hide.
You felt so
Absolutely,
strongly
I
about
do.
Or
it.
big
So
tech.
why are you hiding behind Sam Cedar?
Oh no!
Have a conversation
No, me and Sam are aligned. I'm
with
not
him.
hiding.
Well, you're
He
just a liar,
so you're a
Ethan.
liar.
Because remember we said...
He's just a liar. He's just a liar.
Hold on a
Somebody
second. Hold on a
else to
second.
debate.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it
yeah.
sort of feels
It's
like you
ridiculous.
guys are the ones who are hiding.
Really? Hiding?
Really?
No,
Being
this is
completely
actually...
open
Who
about it.
snuck in on you?
Who's the guy who never
Ethan's being
appears on
completely
stage,
open
never
about
does
it.
a live show,
But is a
never
comic.
never even allows a shadow of comedy to be perceived on his program? It's just hiding.
Wow, it seems like Steven Crowder has watched Majority Report a lot, dude. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of wild that Crowder... Kind of wild that Crowder has watched a lot of Majority Report. He's just like talking as a fan right now. What you are experiencing is like when a fan, not even a fan, a stan approaches their favorite content creator. What he's doing right now is like when Dream Stans turn around and do like Dream Neg / you know. Here's why I'm triggered by Dream not having this particular content creator on his broadcast. Like that's literally what he's doing. He's doing a Sam Cedar neg / There aren't enough comedy bits out there for me to make a fan cam of you, Sam.
No more ads, Pog.
Hiding.
Right.
Everything we do is out in the open. H3, you know
Steven, you're wearing
that we
a holster.
agreed.
So what?
Hold on a second, yeah? So? I want to normalize responsible gun ownership. Is that your debate? No wonder you had to bring in a hack for you.
You want to call it a?
Oh, crying out loud. That was his debate strategy.
Should we write it for you?
You have a holster, bro. You have a holster. As he takes advantage of mentally ill women for a show that just is dwindling. All right, okay. All right, Sam, you got it. You got it. I hope you have a wonderful highlight reel. Hope you enjoy Politicon.
Hold on. Let me just make
Hope you enjoy Politicon, Ethan. We'll release the private messages.
You take it easy.
All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. It's adorable. Hey, Sam, one thing before I go. Can you take off your glasses? One thing before I go. Can you take off your glasses?
We just want to see.
I just want to see if you take them off. If you have the Velveteen Rabbit buttons. That's the only thing I'm curious about. It's the only interesting part about you.
Or if there's a soul.
Just take off the glasses.
Let's debate.
Don't hide behind the glasses, Sam.
Don't say let's debate, Ethan. You've lost that opportunity.
Ethan's lost the debate. All right, this is sad. This is why we don't.
Ethan, shut up.
All right, good. You guys are good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Won't even take off the glasses. All right, yeah, you can give it the X. This is. I knew the guy just thought.
Was that all right?
The guy thought that no, we're still going. The guy thought that we had no. I mean, we have the master. Quarterback, can you put on your microphone?
Yeah. Is he still on?
We have the No, I cut him off. We have the master file. We knew.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what happens. Like someone like a Sam Cedar who just
he didn't even wait.
He never lets you speak.
I like how he goes, "Your little leprechaun co-host," because he's still mad that I said he looked like a transgender Wayne and Garth. You know, that's just been eating at him for the last month.
Well, and this is the thing too. Is we don't do debates based on a lie. Like I can.
Oh, we don't do debates based on a lie, dude. We do debates based on the truth. Like the CDC is lying about the fucking numbers of deaths. Doctors are lying about the numbers of COVID deaths. Stuff like that. That's kind of wild that they just like cut the other side out completely. At least Ethan showed the entire
Thanks for reminding me.
The entire side without like muting them or anything like that. This is kind of weird. That's real fucking insecure, dude. Holy shit.
I can call out Mike Tyson. I can call out Evander. It doesn't mean anything, right?
Yeah.
And so when someone says, "Hey, you said you would do this," and you just admitted that, of course, there's no proof for that. Well, I heard this from so and so. Yeah, but there's no evidence. We can bring up here the direct messages with. I hate to do this, but with Ethan, it was, "Hey, we'll talk. You and I."
I hate to do this. He does not. Narrator voice. He did not hate to do this.
Man to man, no one else will come in. As a matter of fact, I was going to say.
So I find this really funny because like. He's talking about it like no tricks, no zags, just you and me, right? Because he knows it's going to be fucking Sam Cedar coming up. This doesn't make you look good, dumbass. This makes you look like a fucking coward, a pathetic coward that you actually showed that you were. Especially when paired up with the reality that you knew that Sam Cedar might come on because you fucking monitor his show. Okay? Like, you clearly, like, how could anyone look at this and be like, wow, I can't believe they broke they violated the incredibly important contract. I remember when Steven Crowder ambushed me at South by Southwest panel while he was dressed up as me. Crowder loves to play dress up. So apparently that kind of ambush was okay. I didn't really care, but as soon as it's Sam Cedar, he runs like a coward. Hashtag coward Crowder. Hashtag cold feet Crowder strikes again. Okay, I'll retweet this. This is like the least cringe jank tweet.
That McDonald's ad hurt my eyes.
Again, if this was supposed to be a 1v1, why the fuck was this dipshit there? You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even a 1v1. Why can't Ethan have a lackey? Why can't Ethan have a homie on? His watching Sam's every move is going up 200%, lol.
Say, if I have my phone, I can take a picture right here. There's no prompter. It's just him on a call, and he's terrified. I don't know how someone like that can live their life as a man.
Like Ethan literally, that's the best part about this. When people are like, oh, dude, Ethan really fucked up here. And it's like, But dude, he admits he's like, I'm not very well versed in this.
Hello Arjan and chat smile.
I'm not very well versed in this field. Like, I'm gonna bring someone who is well versed. So why don't you just have a conversation with him? You know what I mean? Like, why? Why not? You just spawned dozens of Hassan and his horrible uncle threads all over the internet. Oh, like any given fucking Saturday, dude.
Well, he just also talked very cordially to you about family.
Oh, yeah.
But what I really hate about that is then he immediately pulled it, which shows no character, no class, a complete manipulation.
Well, here's the thing. He has a show that's dwindling. No one cares about it. But so then he wants the drama.
Well, thank you for giving him a big boost then. His show is dwindling. Like, he's still talking like a fan.
I actually want to have a conversation, but I'm not going to have a conversation.
Oh, my bad. He was saying Ethan's show is dwindling. Yeah, dude. He's suffering so bad, dude. It's crazy. Yo, boys, I mean, fuck. He's just suffering so bad. I hate how much Ethan Klein is suffering. You know, like on his podcast, where every video has like fucking 2.9 million views, dude. Man, what a... God, I wish I could suffer like that, dude, with my 3 million subscribers on my second channel. Okay? That is suffering from what? Success? What is he suffering from, dude? What is this? Fuck, dude, I hate how much... God, we really need to help out Ethan and Gila. Like, you know, they're just suffering so bad, dude.